This is my first poker vlog. Thank you for checking it out. Okay, if you're watching this right now, my first poker vlog, there's a very good chance you're an actual close personal friend of mine. So how you doing? How's it going? And thank you for taking the time out of your very busy day to I mean, well, if you're really one of my close personal friends, you're probably an actor or a writer, so your day's probably not that busy. I mean, it's not a heavy lift is what I'm saying, but I do appreciate it. But more importantly, if you're a stranger and you're watching this, my first poker vlog, thank you so much for checking it out and taking the time to click on me and give it a look. I'm not saying I don't appreciate my real, actual close personal friends who are watching. I'm just saying I appreciate you much, much more than them. I'm gonna go play some poker. You're gonna come with me. We're gonna have some fun. But stick around, come back after the poker, because I'm gonna go over my stats for 2023. I'm gonna go over my wins and my losses. Spoiler alert, I won, or why else would I be doing this really? Okay, for my very first hand, I pick up the ace-10 of hearts. Very playable. 1, 2, 3, 4 limpers by the time it gets to me. I could join the limp party, but as my good friend Ebby Calvin Nuke Lelouch once said, I'd like to announce my presence with authority. So I bring up the big guns, jack it up to $13. Everybody calls, so 5 ways to the flop of 4, 4, 7. No hearts, pretty much nothing for me. But when it's checked all the way around to me, I throw out a $25 continuation bet, and one by one, all the limpers fold. Not a big, exciting hand, but these are the hands that really can make or break a session. Winning these medium to small pots, uncontested, goes so far into having a great session. So I wanted to include it. Also, it's the first hand, and I managed to win, and it was fun. Hang on. I especially love how disgusted this man is to throw away his hand after investing $13. Yeah, but he does it.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, dealer. And oh, look, there's me stacking up some chips. Okay, next hand.
Oh, sorry.
13. Okay, I've got ace-2 suited and a small blind. A few more limps around to me, and I make it the now standard $13. Pick up 2 callers this time, and we go into a flop of ace-2, 3. So, session starting off great, getting very lucky, flopping 2 pair, and decide to just lead out on this. Not going to do anything tricky. I'm hoping somebody else has, obviously, an ace-9, ace-8, something like that they called with. And then I can perhaps get, a lot of value out of that. So I lead straight out with $20 and just 1 caller. 6 on the turn, and I bet out again. River's a 9. I bet out 1 more time on the river for another $30 and really thinks about it. And much like the last gentleman, rather disgustedly throws in the chips. I turn over my ace-deuce. It is good. He's not happy with himself, but I'm happy. Once again, the chips are coming this way. What a great start. Okay, then I fold a bunch of hands for, a couple hours like you do. Then I get a whole bunch of suited Broadway connectors, Queen 10 suited, Jack 10 suited, King something suited. I make some bets, some calls, miss all those flops, and you dwindle down a bit. Until you get to this, the final big hand of the night. Hesitant to even talk about it because there's not a lot of poker skill or analysis involved, but it's everybody's 2 favorite hands to hate, ace, king, and jacks. There's no right way to play these hands. Okay, so I pick up Jackson's big blind. The button makes it 25. He's a very aggressive player, and this raise is a bit large for the game. We've been People have been raising to about 10 to 15. I'm going with the more colorful 13 myself. But the button makes it 25. He's a good player, tight, aggressive player. And then the guy on my right in the small blind, he goes all in for around 150. And I have to decide what to do at this point. I don't love any of my options. A lot of people are like, well, if you're flipping, you're okay. I've never turned over my card and said, oh, good, we're flipping. I'm like, oh, good. I'm an 80% favorite, you know. So even if he only has ace king, you know, I'm flipping, you know, and that's not exciting, but he's a little desperate. And I do feel like he might do this with like ace two, ace three, ace four suited. So in that case, I'm in pretty good shape, 70-30, something like that. But again, there's the button who made it 25, have to consider him. Think about it. Finally, I decide I'm just going to call, let the chips fall where they may, as they say. So I call. The big blind thinks about, not the big blind, the button thinks about it for quite a long time before he finally folds. Okay, so it runs out 7, 8, 8, 9, 4. My jacks hold up. The ace king loses, and the only kind of cool thing was the good thing the button did fold because he had 8, 9, and he would have had a full house. So I win the all in, the last big pot of the night. End of a really great session.
Oh, I had 8, 9 suited. Shit. Yeah, 8, 9 of clubs.
Look at the sky. It's so pretty. All right, well, you did it. You got to the end. I mean, you didn't think you could do it, but I had faith in you. So that was my first vlog, and I said I would talk a little bit about myself. Poker-wise, last year, 2023, I played 49 sessions, almost one session a week, and I won about $7,000. Now, I know that's a small sample size. It works out to be about 200 hours, so for a professional, that would be nothing. That would be a month and a half, but I'm not a professional. I'm an amateur. I like to hang out, play cards, maybe have a drink afterwards, chat with my friends, say, oh, this is what I did. What would you have done? And that's basically what we're doing. We're hanging out, playing poker, and talking about it. I mean, I'm here and you're there, but you understand. That's the idea behind it. And thank you for hanging out and watching this very first vlog. I hope to make many, many, many more. Oh, this is the part where I have to say you please like and subscribe. Or subscribe. I don't know if there's an order you can do it, but you have to. Okay.